Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. It is your sis, 31 Chic, coming to you for the 31 Chic Theory Thursday. I'm so glad to have made it through this week. I'm glad to see you guys again, and I hope you're happy to see me again. So for our Theory Thursday, we're going to talk about the acid mantle barrier. But before we get into our discussion today, if you could do me a favor, go ahead and like and subscribe for me so I can continue to bring you guys content on skincare and hair care. Um, Also, if you guys can leave me a comment on other content you would like for me to cover. Again, it could be information on skincare, it could be information on hair care, either one. I am a licensed cosmetologist and I specialize in skincare, but I have pretty much my whole life dealt with hair care. And now I have a passion for skin. So I have a wealth of knowledge to share with you guys. Just let me know what you would like to cover. All right, so moving on. Let's talk about this acid mantle barrier. What is an acid mantle barrier? Do I have an acid mantle barrier? Do you have an acid mantle barrier? Yes, we all have an acid mantle barrier. This has to do with skincare. Basically, what an acid mantle barrier is, it's like a very fine acidic film, a layer over the skin that protects our skin. This layer is basically our lipids, our sebum, it's oil. It's amino acids. It's basically coming from our sweat glands, called our sudoriferous glands. It's coming from our oil, our sebum, which comes from the sebaceous glands. Um, so yes, everyone has an acid mantle barrier, and that barrier is there to protect our skin from the environment, basically from pathogens, bacteria, viruses. Um, Now, is that acid mantle barrier always there? No, not necessarily, because sometimes we strip that barrier off without even knowing what we're doing. So I don't know if any of you did like I did back in the day. To make sure my skin was clean, I would use alcohol. I don't know why. It was like the thing to do. But if you rub your face with, a little cotton pad and some alcohol, you'll see like a little bit of residue left on the cotton pad. And so you keep wiping because you want to get your face clean, not knowing. Not knowing that you're stripping all your acid mantle barrier off. So now we're grown ups. We don't do that crazy stuff anymore, using alcohol on our face or, other things that we find in the home. We don't, use those items on our face, but we're still, as adults, stripping the acid mantle barrier off of our skin. Now, how are we doing it now as adults when we're taking care of our skin? Because probably you might be using the wrong cleanser. You might be using the wrong exfoliant, or you may be over exfoliating, or you may be using a cleanser that is an exfoliant, and you're stripping your acid mantle barrier daily. And so you're removing that protective barrier from your skin, and you need to put it back. So basically, I don't know if you guys understand the pH scale. And if that's something you want me to discuss further, I can. This content is specifically for estheticians, but I know there's a lot of people out there who want to take care of their skin properly as well. But our skin's pH, from what we learn in the text, it's supposed to be anywhere from 5.5 to 6.5 on the pH realm. It's our skin is acidic, basically. Um, Depending on how you take care of your skin is going to determine what the pH of your skin is. So if you're stripping everything off of your face, you could go higher on a pH range. If your skin's very, very oily, you could go on the other side of the pH range. So you want to balance. And what we're taught in school is that that balance should be 5.5 to 6.5. But statistically, looking at studies, healthy skin, hydrated skin, good hydration levels are found at a pH of between 4.3 and 4.7. So it's actually lower than 5. So finding items with the pH around 5, no lower than 4, those products are going to be great for you. And I'm going to discuss ingredients with you that have a great pH, and it's great for balancing your acid mantle barrier in case you are um, taking away your acid mantle barrier and not even knowing it. So you want to use products with the pH of 4.5. Um, Using products high in alkalinity, products that are very alkaline, that's not going to be good for your skin. You need to use products that are more acidic, but not too acidic. So they need to be around a 4 or 5. Okay. Some products do disclose what the pH is in the ingredients area or the directions on the label. Sometimes they do tell you what the pH is of the products, or it'll say pH balance. Um, Naturally, when you're using cleansers, it will shift your pH. When you're using exfoliants, it can shift your pH. When you're using clay mask, charcoal mask, mask that promote exfoliation or detoxing, those can shift your pH and you need to balance it back out. So how do you balance it back out? When you're doing weekly clay mask, when you're doing weekly exfoliation, how do you put your pH back? That's a good question. You want to use toners. That's what the toners are for. So I know you've probably seen toners out there. It looks like liquid water. You don't know what it actually does. The toners balance your pH. Sometimes in aesthetic school, you're told to use a toner, but you don't even know why you're using a toner. You're using the toner to balance the pH. When I do my skincare routine, in the treatment room or on myself, I use a toner after I do my cleansing. I use a toner after I do exfoliation. I use a toner after I do my mask. So that way I can ensure that the skin's pH is balanced. When you see someone's skin get irritated, their pH is thrown off. And you need to balance it back with a nice balancing toner. I always have a toner that has something like chamomile, something that's soothing. So I know and I'm ensured that I'm balancing the pH back out. So let's move on. Let's talk more about how we remove our acid mantle barrier, or how to prevent removing that acid mantle barrier. So again, toner is going to be one thing. Toner is going to help balance your pH back out. Staying away from those harsh products. Usually clients who have oily skin, acneic skin tend to use very harsh products. You need to educate them on how often to use those products. A lot of times our acne treatment products are used for a certain period of time, but then they need to switch it up because they're drying out their skin. They're removing the acid mantle barrier and not putting it back. They're unbalancing the pH of their skin. So we need to make sure we're properly educating our clients how often to use their skincare products when they're harsh products. Exfoliating. We should be exfoliating no more than once a week. Exfoliating more than twice a week is going to be very harsh for the skin. If you have cleansers that have, little granules in it, grainy products, cleansers that say they exfoliate, you shouldn't be using that cleanser every day. You should be cleansing twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And so if you're using an exfoliating cleanser, that's way too harsh for the skin. That cleanser should be used like once a week, no more than twice a week. But the norm is once a week of exfoliation. Those exfoliating brushes that they have out for people to use at home, the ultrasonic spatula that they're promoting for people to use at home, those type of things should not be used more than once a week, because you do not want to continuously remove your acid mantle barrier. You do not want to continuously throw off the pH of your skin. So use your gentle cleansers. Make sure you're using sunscreen. Products without fragrances or strong essential oils are going to be better for the skin. Essential oils are natural, but you don't want to overuse your essential oils because they can throw off the pH. Take a break from those acids and retinoids that come in products, especially our acneic skin clients, oily skin clients. You tend to use acids a lot, and retinoids, retin-A, retinol. Take a break from them every now and then. And when you're cleansing your face, go more with lukewarm water. Make sure if you are a client, if you're not an esthetician, make sure you find out when to properly steam your face, because steaming the face can dry out the face, but there's reasons why you should steam your face. So if you're just doing a regular routine cleansing or exfoliating, use lukewarm water. You don't need to use harsh waters. So let's talk about useful ingredients now. What ingredients should you be using in your products so that you're not throwing off the acid mantle barrier? So some useful ingredients that you can use would be like cholesterol. Cholesterol is going to improve your moisture content. Linoleic acids, that's going to give you a strong acid mantle barrier. It also helps reduce acne breakouts. Ceramides are going to help lock in the moisture to the skin. Ceramides is basically 50% of your epidermis, 50% of your skin. So ceramides, products with ceramides in it, it's going to be great for you. Hyaluronic acid is also a good ingredient. Hyaluronic acid binds water to the skin. It also helps improve abrasions on the skin, like leftover acne scarring, some spots that could be on the skin. It's a great humectant. Also, your caprylic or capric triglycerides, that ingredient is a great antioxidant. Anytime you have an antioxidant, you're talking about some anti-aging. It helps prevent the skin from aging. Um, the caprylic triglycerides, it helps reduce dryness on the skin, and it also helps smooth out the texture of the skin. There's niacinamide. Niacinamide are like your B3s. They're going to increase the protein in the skin, and they also help fight off those free radicals. Free radicals cause aging. You have the borage oil, or borage oil is how it's pronounced. It's an antioxidant and it's also a hydrator. You have shea butters. Shea butter soften, it hydrates the skin, and also promotes healing of scarring on the skin. And let's talk about evening primrose. Evening primrose is great for like eczema and psoriasis, some of those skin conditions where your skin gets dry, flaky, itchy. The evening primrose helps with the itchy, dry skin. So that's a good one to add to your routine if you have eczema or psoriasis or some type of itchiness. Maybe you're going through a treatment that's causing your skin to get dry and itchy. Evening primrose. Jojoba oil. Jojoba oil has some vitamin E in it. Vitamin E oil is good. These oils are going to fight off free radicals. It prevents aging. Anytime we're fighting off free radicals, we're preventing aging, lines, wrinkles, sagging skin, blemishes. It helps with blemishes. It's a humectant and it's an antioxidant because it's fighting off the free radicals. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about as far as ingredients to include in your routine to make sure you're maintaining your acid mantle barrier is the squalane. This squalane oil or squalane creams basically mimic the skin's natural oil. So it's good for all skin types. It's hydrating, it's an antioxidant, and it also helps detox. This is a cream that's my go-to after I've done chemical peels. I like to use a squalane moisturizer over the skin and during the peeling process. So that way you're putting those natural oils back on the skin, but you're not clogging the pores. Most people who get chemical peels are trying to unclog their pores. Or they are trying to fight off wrinkles and fine lines. So that squalane is one of my go-tos, including some vitamin A's and vitamin E's. So I hope this information is very helpful for you if you're in school, if you're already an esthetician out there, but maybe you didn't get a lot of ingredients training, or you didn't get in-depth training on, the acid mantle barrier, or if you're just out there trying to take care of your skin because you want to have, young, continuously smooth, textured skin. I hope this information helps you choose the right products to use in your daily routine. Again, if you guys could do me a favor and like and subscribe so that you could get notifications, hit that notification bell. Every Thursday, I'm going to come to you with more information. It could be skincare, it could be hair care. Also, leave me a comment, please. Let me know of other content that you would like to discuss. It's your girl 31 Chic. And I really hope this was informational for you. And I'll see you guys next Thursday.